What's up, everybody? You already know what it is. It's DripGodDero, and I'm back at you guys with another bang. So in today's video, we will be premiering episode 13 of the weekly NBA recap. Now, for this recap, we have a couple of things to talk about. It hasn't been too much going on in the NBA, but there were some significant things that happened, such as the NBA Hall of Fame inductions and some things going on with James Harden. So with that being said, let's move on to our first topic, and that first topic is the James Harden fiasco. Alright, so as you guys can see, we are on NBA.com, and let's just read this. I'm gonna zoom in for you guys, and y'all see it. Philadelphia 76ers and James Harden trade talks. So, if you guys didn't know, James Harden did request a trade. And, man, how do I feel about that? I'll say that for after we get past, the literature in here. So let's read into it, and then I'll give my thoughts on James Harden and his request to be traded. Now, let's get it. Philadelphia reportedly plans to enter the 2023-2024 season with James Harden on the roster, despite his emphatic desire to be traded, per ESPN's Adrian Wojnarowski. Harden, a 10-time All-Star whom the 76ers acquired in February 2022, had picked up his player option for next season before reportedly requesting a trade. Philadelphia, however, has yet to find a deal to its liking. So, y'all read that in. Man, this is sad. That this man had the option to move on. He had that trade option. He had that player option to, opt out of his contract and actually be in the free agent market. But, he said, fuck that. I'm about to get this money. I'm about to accept my player option and get this guaranteed back. And then I'm going to request a trade. Now, it's smart on his end as a player. I can't knock him on that. But at the same time, it's frustrating if you the GM for the Philadelphia 76ers. But it doesn't stop there. Right after that, we have another article, and this is hot off the press. Shout out to CBSSports.com, man. Shout out to them. And let's read what this says. It says James Harden reportedly plans to skip 76ers training camp and can force another standoff versus his own team. No, I don't like this. I don't like this at all, but let's read into it before I do give my judgment, because I do believe everyone should have, both sides read, and I'm going to read into it before I give my judgment. Alright, so it starts off with, as was first reported by ESPN and later confirmed by CBS Sports insider Bill Rader, the Philadelphia 76ers have at least publicly ended James Harden trade talks with the Los Angeles Clippers, who simply don't possess a package of picks and or young players that can be flipped into the all-star player Daryl Morey desires in return. Now comes this news via Sam Amick of The Athletic that Harden, in light of this development that a trade with the Clippers is looking more and more unlikely, intends to pull a training camp no-show. This was previously a successful strategy in these get me out of this place standoffs. Let's talk about it. Now, I do like that players have, power. And in the NBA, as of right now, this is one of the times where the players have had some of the most power. But I don't like things like this. Me personally, I feel like if you are in a contract, then you need to fulfill your contractual obligations, especially for James Harden. And the reason I say especially for James Harden is because he had the option to become a free agent. I'm gonna say it again. He had the option to become a free agent, but he took that guaranteed money in his player option. So since you go take this guaranteed money, you need to do your fucking job. That's how I look at it. If you go take this guaranteed money, you need to do your fucking job. Simple as that. Point blank. I don't know how y'all feel about that, but that's just my opinion. If you go get that money, if you go take that player option when you had the opportunity to become a free agent, do your fucking job. Don't pull a lot of shenanigans when it comes to not showing up for training camp and this, that, and the third. Do your fucking job, man. You are signed to that contract for a reason. You were greedy and decided to get that guaranteed money when you had the option to venture to other places, to test free agency. So this is a weak move, in my opinion, for James Harden. And like I said earlier, I understand both sides. James Harden, you want to maximize on the amount of money you could get, so you go take that player option. But at the same time, if you take that player option, you are in a contract, and with you being in that contract, come to work and do your fucking job. Simple as that. That's how I look at it. But let's move on to our next topic. We are done with James Harden, and the next topic is a young guy in Jonathan Kuminga. Now, Jonathan Kuminga, let's talk about him. Now, as you guys can see, we have switched over, and shout out to NBC Sports. Shout out to them. And let me pause this because I don't want it fucking up my video. But anyways, let's get it. Now, Kuminga explodes for 60 points in the NBA Pro AM game. Now, let's read into this. Shout out to Jonathan Kuminga. It's nice to see some development. But let's read it. Let me zoom in a little bit more for you guys. There we go. All right, cool. All right, so it starts off with Jonathan Kuminga made his presence known Saturday in Jamal Crawford's The Crossover Pro AM game at Royal Brougham Pavilion in Seattle. The young Warriors forward went off for an eye-popping 60 points, 6 assists, and 5 rebounds. And they do got a highlight right here. I'm going to actually check out this highlight because I didn't see this game, but this should be interesting. Let's check out this highlight, guys. Let's check it out.
Okay. He got the ISO. The Giant, he wants to match up.
Okay, nice. Ooh, nice hezzy. That was a nice hezzy. That was definitely a nice hezzy. We seen him with the crossover. Got some space. Dude tried to recover back on defense, and he got him with that hezzy to the dunk. Nice moves. I like that. That dribble game getting better. That's a good look. But let's continue. Let's see a little bit more. Let's see a little bit more, y'all. Let me scroll down a little bit. There we go. Yeah, I zoom in. That's cool. We'll zoom in. All right, let's see.
Uh-oh!
Let's see what else he got.
GP2. Uh-oh. Oh!
Okay, those screaming in the background, but me personally, I'm not that impressed. It was just a lie, bro. It was just a lie. Calm down, bro. I was definitely more impressed with the dribbling moves because he working on his handle, but let's continue.
Over the corner. Lob City. Oh!
Once again, nice move, but I'm not really impressed because we all know that Jonathan Kuminga is athletic. That was one of his selling points when he joined the Warriors and was in the draft. So I'm not necessarily impressed. Then we do got to understand that, with the Pro-Am, a lot of these players, they're not top talent. So we do got to take things with a grain of salt. I'm just keeping it real. No hate, just keeping it real.
My goodness. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Come on.
All right. I think we done here, bro. And this ain't no knock to, Jonathan Kuminga, but I think we done here. And the reason not to say I think we done here is because from the looks of it, it's looking like it's just going to be a dunk fest, an open dunk fest at that. It's not like dudes contesting these dunks. But let's continue reading, man. Nice little highlights. And it looks like I was right. So it states, Kuminga threw down plenty of his signature dunks and even lobbed one up to Warriors teammate Gary Payton II, who also played in the event. Y'all want to check out this Gary Payton dunk? Why not? Why not? Let's check it out. Let's check it out. Check this out.
Now you got to play defense. Lob. Oh!
Man, I know it probably sounds like I'm a hater, bro, but I'm not impressed. I'm gonna just keep it real, bro. I'm just not really impressed. The thing I was really impressed about with these highlights is just the dribbling. But let's keep it moving, man. I hope it don't sound like I'm hating, but I'm not. Alright, now it says, after a roller coaster 2022-2023 NBA season, Kuminga is looking to earn a consistent role in Coach Steve Kerr's rotations next season and is putting in the work during the offseason. And I agree, he is putting in that work. I mean, like I was saying, me personally, I wasn't too impressed because most of them were just dunks without much resistance, just keeping it a band. But the thing I can say I did like was the dribbling. It looks like he has been working on his handles, and you never know. He still is pretty young, and he can, possibly in the future play a combo forward style of role for the Warriors. But hey, that's my thoughts on that. Let's move on to the final topic for this week, and that is the Hall of Fame. Now, if you guys didn't know, the NBA Hall of Fame just inducted a couple of players, and I do just want to shine some light on these players, and let's get right into it. All right, so as you guys can see, we are on NBA.com. Shout out to them. And let's just take a look at all these players that got inducted into the Hall of Fame. So y'all should be able to see it right here. And shout out to D Wade. He got inducted into the Hall of Fame. Definitely deserving. Shout out to Dirk Nowitzki from my hometown. Shout out to my boy. Hey, definitely deserved it as well. Shout out to Greg Popovich for a city that's, down the road from where I'm at. Shout out to him representing Texas. You already know I gotta put that respect on them boys. Shout out to my boy Paul Gasol. Y'all already know I'm a Lakers fan. I've been a Lakers fan since I was a kid. And Paul Gasol, definitely one of the more underrated power forwards in the NBA while he was in the NBA, to be exact. And he's definitely had a great career, man. And it wasn't only on the Lakers. As we know, he was on the Bulls. Played pretty nice, man. So shout out to him, man. Shout out to him. Great career. Shout out to Tony Parker. We all know about Tony Parker and all the things he did for the Spurs. That man used to put people on them spin cycles, with his legendary spin move. And he also had a nice mid-range as well. Shout out to him. A Hall of Fame point guard. So definitely like that. Let's see who else we got. So Gary Blair. I don't really know too much about him. I'm going to keep it real. These other guys I don't really know. I need to educate myself when it comes to the guys that aren't NBA players. But I definitely just want to shout out all these dudes, man. Shout out to Dwayne Wade. Shout out to Tony Parker. Shout out to Dirk Nowitzki, Greg Popovich, Paul Gasol. And, shout out to Becky Hammond, Gary Blair, Jim Valvano, and Gary Keedy, man. Shout out to all them. I'm happy that all them got their well-due respect. And, man, I feel like that's it, man. It's been a pretty short week, man. There haven't been too much going on in the NBA this week. But, hey, if you enjoyed this video, like the motherfucking video. Comment on the motherfucking video. Subscribe to the motherfucking channel. I'm gonna say it again. Subscribe to the motherfucking channel. Turn on notifications and all that good stuff. And I'm out. Peace.